Hi, gang. Welcome to this episode of Media Champions. I'm your host, Mary Therese Griffin in Atlanta. Today, we finally have on the program Judy Tsuei, who is with Wild Hearted Words. Judy, thank you so much for being here. I know that you came down with COVID, but you hung in there and you're back with us. So thank you for being on Media Champions.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to pick your brain, ma'am, because you are just killing it in the world of media and marketing. Let's talk about what you do at Wild Hearted Words and why words matter and how you're reaching the people to help them with their words.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm part as well a mentor with the Founder Institute in San Diego. And so I work with a lot of entrepreneurs at different stages of their business. Founder Institute is the largest pre-seed accelerator in the world. In that, I work with a lot of different founders to really develop their brand story, how to talk about their business, how to make an impact, how to make a sustainable one, and then also, how to best understand their audience and to differentiate themselves online. So I'm the founder of Wild Hearted Words. We are a strategic content marketing and branding agency. We work a lot with health, wellness, innovative tech, and we're especially excited to bring brands from Web 2 into Web 3 because there's all these developments that are coming through. A lot of people might know Web 3 from just crypto and the currently very volatile market that we're in. But when you think about all the applications of blockchain technology, it's really fascinating the way that content creators are being valued like never before. That before, no matter how much people would say that content is king, or in my case, I like to say content is queen, that, it's been undervalued for so long. But storytelling is absolutely essential. And especially with the way the world is changing, shifting, evolving, not even from technology, but also the, diversity, equity, and inclusion front. How can you actually talk to your audience, truly caring about them, creating content that matters, and then helping this to generate conversions in your business?
Judy, you are speaking some lingo that is so my background, and I love to pull this even further out of guests because I think it's so important to share with our audience. You are combining the science with the art, which is so crucially important because you have to have a good balance. You can have the best story under the sun, right? But if you don't know how to tell it and you don't know how to find that audience and you don't know how to use the analytics, that's a problem. So walk me through, Maestro, how you convince somebody that you have to kind of make that Reese's peanut butter cup between the science and the artistic side, because it is important.
Yeah, and I love that you're asking this because one of my strengths has always been to blend the left brain and the right brain. So I always encourage clients to understand that you have to have your foundation in place because you can tell a really beautiful story. I can help you distill that. I can help you craft it in a way that's really compelling. But if your foundation isn't in place where you can actually attract that audience and then convert them with, let's say, a nurture sequence or with directing them where to land on your website or how to book a call with you or any of those things, then that's lost energy, lost effort, a lost investment. So it really starts with the foundational element of understanding what are your milestones that you're trying to achieve? What are you looking to create within your business? Sometimes it's brand building, so that's going to be more of the art. And then sometimes it's actual sales, so that's going to be more of the science. So once you have those key indicators of what your milestones are, you can start to develop, your KPIs, your metrics, because those are going to be important to really value whether the investment that you made was something that you want to continue moving forward in the future. So once you have that, the second piece is to understand your audience. Where is your audience hanging out? Do you know who they are? Do you know, what their pain points are, how to communicate with them in a way that's not, a brand telling you something. Before, in let's say generations or decades past, it was a lot of this type of marketing that really kind of spoke to the audience as though the brand were better. And then we started moving into empowerment marketing. So you're starting to respect your audience so much more. You know that they're individualized people who, have their own emotional motivators, their own kind of whatever driving forces are helping them make their purchasing decisions. But you are not the quote unquote like savior. You're not the answer to all their problems. Instead, you are the guide, the expert, the mentor who's going to help move them along on their own individual journey. And that's a lot of what Web3 is about as well. It's understanding that the community is key, that, your audience is going to be the one who's going to be driving a lot out of your marketing, you're going to have to listen to them and listen attentively. So I think a lot of times in our lives, whether you're doing business or building a relationship with someone who you care about, a friendship, a colleague, we have kind of an agenda when we're listening. We have something that we want to potentially get out of this situation, whatever it is. So can you start showing up in your business as an active listener to hear what your audience is saying? And if you have a business of a certain size, you might have account managers, a sales team, people who are engaging with your audience all the time, and you want to talk to them. You want to hear what your audience is saying as, I need this. This isn't working for me. If you can really create that customer experience, they're also going to tell you what kind of storytelling you need to be telling. I always like to say, like, when you're conducting market research, it's so great to listen to your audience because they're going to give you the copy that you need. And the more that you can start showing up in everything that you create in a way where your audience is saying, how does this brand know me? How do I identify with them so well? They're building a relationship with you that will be valuable over the long term instead of these kind of like short-term investments or, let me just see what we can get out of it. Can you build a mutually beneficial relationship? And so a lot of that
Judy,
plays with the science and
you are a
the art.
great you are a great mentor for people who seek you
Oh,
out. And we're out of time, but I hope you'll come back because
oh,
you have touched on several things that I think are just crucially important to share with the audience even further, especially when you're talking about putting the brand out there and authenticity. That right there is a whole separate segment in and of itself. But let's continue the discussion. And thank you so much for being
absolutely.
here and saying yes today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. The rest of you are very welcome to find out how to reach Judy. We can help you do that. You can find her by finding us right here at dailyadbrief.com. I'm Mary Therese. Do come back for more Media Champions. We'll see you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.